What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to do a tapestry crochet uh, with a simple stitch Tunisian crochet. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to get an image from somewhere. For example, I got my image from Pinterest, and I just searched uh, whichever image I wanted, and then pixel art or whatever it is. And then what you want to do is you want to identify the colors that you are going to use. In my case, I'm going to show you my image, and then I'm going to show you how many colors I'm going to use. In this case, I'm going to use 5. And the most important thing that you want to do is actually grab your yarn and make it into smaller cakes like these. If with smaller cakes, you're gonna have more control of your yarn and tension. And the nature of this project, of the Tunisian simple stitch, is that your project is going to bunch up. So you might end up having a better chance of getting a nicer, stiffer project with this crochet hook, which has like this long end to it. You can always use a regular crochet needle, but it's just you're gonna have to keep in mind that your project is going to be well, it's gonna bunch up into the needle, and it's going to mess up your tension a little bit. Not too bad, but you're gonna want to have this long one instead of a small regular crochet needle. So then let me show you the Tunisian simple stitch, which is gonna be just like the same like your regular crochet stitch. And you're gonna want to count the squares on your art or whichever picture reference you're going to use. In my case, it's going to be 29, so you're gonna you do your 29 chains just like you would. So here I have my 29 chains, and the change that you have on your hook is going to count as 1. And what you want to do is you want to turn your chains. You want to work into the back bumps, your back bumps here, and you're gonna pull. You're gonna insert your hook and then pull, and that's gonna be two chains. So 1, 2, and then you're gonna want to work into the back bumps of those chains. So insert and pull and then insert and pull until the very end. So now that we're all finished and you have all your chains into your hook, this is why like I told you that your project will naturally bunch up and curl. Okay, so now that we are at the end, you're gonna want to pull one loop into that last loop on your hook. You're gonna pull one, and that's gonna be your chain. It's gonna be like your step ladder into the next row. And then you're gonna chain and pull through 2 hooks on 2 loops on your hook, and then 2, and then another 2, and then 2 again, until the very end. Then here, your last one, and that'll be the end of your row. Then of course, as you keep your picture in reference, or whichever picture you're following, whichever pattern you're following, you're gonna count until your next color change. But I'm gonna show you until I have my next color change. So remember that this one loop on your hook counts as one stitch. So I have 12 more stitches to complete until I have my next color change. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my hook into that loop. So you're not going to do like your single crochet where you go all the way through. You're just gonna pull that one loop in front of your stitches. So you're gonna insert and then pull, and then you're gonna keep those loops in your hook. You're gonna insert and then pull that one loop, and then you're gonna insert and pull. You're going to want to have your tension not super tight, not super loose. So here I've reached my 12 stitches so that I can have my color change, and you're going to grab your other color. You want to have you're going to want to have a pretty long tail so you can weave it in at the end of your project. So what you're going to want to do is just insert your hook, and instead of pulling with your white yarn or whichever base yarn you're using, you're going to want to pull that loop into that new color. And there you have it. And since my pattern calls for 2 stitches of this color, I'm going to pull 2 stitches of that color. And then to change my color, this is why I'm telling you to keep your color yarn into smaller cakes so it's easier to move and not have tangles. Since my pattern calls for my base color, you just want to drop your second color and pick up your base color, and then pull and continue your pattern. So once you get to the end of your row, you're gonna see like these 2 loops, and you're gonna want to get those 2 loops or catch those 2 loops, go with your hook, and then pull your yarn. So you have this straight edge, and then again you're gonna pull and do a chain 1, and then pull, and then pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and let me show you. So here we've reached our second color, or whichever color you're gonna use. Like in my case, it's this black one. So instead of pulling with my base color, I'm gonna drop my base color and then pull through both hooks with my second color, or whichever color change you're using, and then pull again. And then now it calls for my base color, so I drop my black one, pick up my base color, and then pull. and continue my pattern. And the advantage of the simple stitch Tunisian crochet is that it's going to create a cleaner look with your tapestry than a single tapestry crochet would. For example, I have this other tapestry that I've made, and you can see that the edges are cleaner, they're much crispier. You don't need to carry your yarn. You don't need to worry about which yarn is going to show up or which yarn is not going to show up through your carrying of the yarn. So as you can see, is one of the advantages of the Tunisian simple crochet. However, it will create a little hectic thing on the back, but I'll show you that later. But as you can see, it's much, I think in my opinion, a little bit prettier, and it creates this gorgeous kind of like squares, perfect for pixel art. So right back into our stitching, my pattern calls for 11 white stitches, so let me do that. I guess the harder part is getting to count the stitches, not missing one. Okay, so that's the 11. Going to drop my yarn, pick up the black one, and then pull that one. And then my pattern calls for a new color, which is green. So again, you're gonna want to leave a long tail and then go to the loop and pull the loop with your next color. So there we go. Drop that color, pick up the next color, drop that color, pick up the next color, and continue until the end of your row. So yet again, right at the end, you're gonna chain one, and then you're gonna chain, go through two, and then through two, and two. And then right here we have our next color change. So we're gonna drop our white, pick up our black, go through two, and then we have our next color change, pick up our green, go through two, drop our green, pick up our black, go through two, and then finish our row with the white one. And the nature of this Tunisian crochet stitch is that it will curl. So If you want, you can put some weights in too so it doesn't curl that bad. And as you can see, the pattern or the little feet of my frog are starting to show up. And here on the last row of our tapestry crochet, here you have it, our little froggy. So we're gonna have to go ahead and fasten off. And you're also want to fasten off or cut off. Leave like a good end, a nice long end of the rest of your colors. And as you can see, here's the back, and here's our little froggy. And as I said earlier, the nature of the project is that it will bunch up, and if you don't like blocking, because I know I don't like blocking either, what you can do is turn your work around and cut off the strands so you can release some of the tension.